What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, your host. So today when it comes to macOS Sequoia, I'll be happy to let you know that we now have the second point update. And as you can see right here, this brings us to macOS Sequoia 15.2, and this version that you are seeing right here that comes in for me at exactly 2 gigs is the release candidate version. This is the version that typically comes out before the official release of macOS 15.2, and as you can see, it has a bunch of new Apple Intelligence features to offer for Apple Silicon Macs, and it changes some availability for Apple Intelligence on Macs and regions, and it has some changes for the photos in Safari. And when I click on the download now, the download file size is exactly as the update file size at 2 gigs to be specific. And just to keep you in the loop, today on December 5th 2024, Apple released watchOS 11.2 RC, visionOS 2.2 RC, tvOS 18.2 RC, macOS 15.2 RC, we have iPadOS 17.7.3 RC, we have iPadOS and iOS 18.2 RC. Most of these updates I do cover here on the channel, so if you want to stay up to date, definitely do subscribe here so that you always know what's going on with this update. Now let me just quickly finish updating my device, and then we're gonna see what are the new features and changes that this update has to offer. Just like that, my device is now up to date. If we go into the settings and then go to the storage, I'm running pretty low right there, but you can see when it comes to macOS, it's actually taking 21.11 gigs. And if I click on the more info tab, you can see the new build number that we have for macOS 15.2. It's 24C98, and Apple Intelligence seems to have increased slightly from a previous update that I was coming from at 6.03 gigs. Now let's talk about the new features and changes that this update introduces. If you watched my previous video, you probably saw that Image Playground was actually broken. Now Image Playground is a new feature that was introduced by macOS 15.2. Once you update and you have a supported device, you will see this icon right here, and if you click and open it, this is what you are going to see if you've already created an image. If you haven't created an image before, don't worry, you can create one by just going on the plus tab right here, and this is the window that you're going to see if you never created anything. And describe an image or add a suggestion from the list. You can say a red car on a rainy day, just like that, and you can see it's searching and it's gonna try and create an image. Now something that I noticed from the previous update and this update as well is that for me at least, prompt seems to be taking longer than usual. If I add stadium or add suggestion, it doesn't seem to be fixing that. And at the same time, if I go to different themes, you can add whatever theme you want to an image. You can choose sci-fi, you can choose also the style, you can choose animation style or illustration style, and this is how it's going to look. If you go to the next page, you can also choose costume to what you've generated. You can also choose accessories, and you can choose different places, and it's going to use the Image Playground alongside Apple Intelligence capabilities to be able to generate an image for you. But for me, since the last update, I'm still having issues up to now. And yes, you will have to be on a waiting list for it to be able to create an image. And look at that, after almost like a minute, it's now managed to create an image. You can see, so the prompts that we have right now are a rainy I think a red car on a rainy day, and you can see what it's created. If I click on the animation style, I can choose illustration, and this is how illustration looks. It's actually not too bad, and you can slide through a selection, and if I go back to the animation, you can see how this looks. For example, if I want to add it to a mountain, you can see how this is going to look, and it adds the mountain in the background. And yes, this is the illustration style. It actually doesn't look too bad. And then if I go to like the accessories, for example, let's see if we give it sunglasses. I'm not sure if it's gonna make sense, but you can see what it's been able to generate. The sunglasses really didn't fit in with this prompt. It's just added rainy day with sun the sun is more like the sunglasses, I guess, in this scenario, but you get it. What that with image playground, this is what you have, and you have the ability to choose your own images or appearance. If you want to upload or select a specific file, you can go into here and choose a photo of your choice or a person of your choice, and it will be able to add that. And if you want to cancel, you can cancel right there. Once you are happy with your prompt, or if you want to remove some of the prompts, you can click on it right here on the prompt that you would have generated, and you can remove, like for example, the sunglasses. You notice the sun went. I can remove the stadium, and you can see the stadium has been removed. And if I just remove the mountain and have this is what I have right here. If I click done, you can see what the end result I have right here. Now here I can choose the ability to share, save, or if I want to edit it further, I can do that. If I want to copy and duplicate or report a concern, I can do that. Or if I want to delete it entirely, I can be able to do that. So that's image playground that's been introduced with this update. In the messages application, if you have an iPhone that's on a relatively new update and you create something like a Genmoji, you have the ability to be able to select that when you go to the stickers tab right here. So you can see this is one that I created, an egg wearing glasses, and yes, because I have already used it and sent it to someone on my iPhone, once you update to macOS, you'll be able to copy it and paste it. The one that was sent from a Mac is going to be appear larger than one that was sent on the iPhone, which is something that's good. Hopefully with the next update, Apple will give us the ability to be able to create Genmoji directly in messages, which isn't yet here. But if you want to create an image using image playground that's integrated in messages, it's actually here. You just have to click on the plus icon in the messages tab, and then when you go to image playground, you can see some of our recent creations. This is one that we just created recently, but if you click on the plus tab, you notice it literally opens up a sub window of image playground. Mine is a bit buggy and slow, as you can see. I'll have to probably change a few settings and clear up some memory, as it seems to be using more system resources, but it literally just opens the same window as what you see when the image playground update or application was open right there. This update also improves and brings ChatGPT integration to the Mac. So you can see here when you go into your settings and go to where it says Apple Intelligence and Siri right there, you notice here we have extensions, and Siri extension that has been added is ChatGPT, and it says Siri and other features can use ChatGPT to help you answer your request. And if you click on the read or arrow right there, you notice use ChatGPT to help you write, create text, create images, answer questions, and more. And it has OpenAI's terms of use. And if you want to sign in with your ChatGPT account, if you have like a paid account, you can be able to sign in. Or even if you have a ChatGPT free account, it will be able to let you sign in as well. Or if you are like me and you are seeing the window that is like this, where you don't have an account or a subscription, it allows you to use ChatGPT without signing in. But keep in mind that you do have a limit, a daily limit, as you can see right there, and it will tell you that if your daily limit has been reached or not, and it will tell you that you have access to ChatGPT advanced capabilities until you reach your daily limit, and additional requests will use the basic versions of up to 24 hours. And you can see confirm ChatGPT Siri request. You have an option to select that yes or no. If I want to use ChatGPT integration, I can go to the new Siri right here and say, give me a recipe or step-by-step instructions on how to create macaroni and cheese. And then I'll click enter. And then you notice here it tells me, do you want to use ChatGPT to answer that, or do I want to search the web? If I click where it says use ChatGPT right there, you notice it says working with ChatGPT. And then if you give it a few seconds, you notice it does take its time, and depending on your prompt, you can see classic macaroni and cheese recipe. You notice it's broken down ingredients, all the steps needed, instructions, all the steps needed, and it goes all the way until I am able to serve the macaroni and cheese. So that's a simple glimpse of the ChatGPT integration right into Siri. The animation is actually pretty good and clean, and I like this. Another app that has received some image playground and ChatGPT integration is the Freeform application. So when you open up the Freeform app for the first time, you're going to see a new pop-up screen like this. It will tell you that, hey, it's been integrated with image playground. You can create scenes, send a copy, and has enhanced editing. And yes, you can create fun original images based on descriptions, just like what we saw in the image playground. Have you ever wondered how people get these unique looking POV shots that show both hands in shot? Unique point of view shots like this get the viewer to experience the scene through the eyes of the subject as if they were the ones in the scene. If you're wondering how I was able to capture all those shots, then you are definitely going to find the Telesin smartphone magnetic neck holder interesting. You wear this mount on your neck and it uses MagSafe that is super quick and secure. If you don't have a MagSafe compatible smartphone, it comes with a MagSafe adapter that you can use for Android and other devices. It has a magnetic quick release that allows you to free your hands and enable first-person shooting with your mobile phone. The stainless steel gooseneck is wrapped with solid aluminum bars to ensure support, and the outer layer is covered with skin-friendly silicone for comfortable wearing. As you can see, it's pretty sturdy. I can move around. The MagSafe is strong and sturdy. It allows you to switch seamlessly between horizontal and vertical screens and multiple other angles, allowing you to be able to meet the needs of short videos, switch between horizontal screens, vertical screens, overhead shooting, and upward shooting, depending on what you want to capture. Telesin also offers a max version of this that has the max gooseneck tube increased by 200 millimeters to meet the needs of taller users, and the phone holder part is changed to a hollow design to reduce weight. The chest strap is added to the package, which can be added for running or cycling scene stability. Telesin also sent me the versatile selfie grip right here. It's very portable, fits in your pocket. This phone camera grip allows for various shooting needs in various scenarios, as the configuration or setup can be customized by the user depending on what they want to do. This has system level Bluetooth that works with the native camera and allows you to use the joystick for zoom as well as focus, half shutter, and easy front and rear camera switching. This of course has 3-in-1 functionality, doubling down as a phone grip, a stand, and selfie stick with a hidden pull rod that extends up to 30 centimeters and can rotate up to 365 degrees. The remote control can be detached and used from a range distance as far away as 10 meters, and the bottom has the 1/4-inch thread for tripod mounting. The controls offers a DSLR-like experience that allows for half press for autofocus and full press for shooting, and quick camera switching with double taps. This device only weighs 120 grams and it's portable, allowing for pocket transportation. If you are interested in these two devices and you want to check them out and be able to film from different perspectives and tell your story in a different way, I'll leave links to them in the description of this video and you can check them out and try them for yourself. Along the lines of Apple Intelligence, Siri has also been improved by having the ability to recognize natural language search. So if you are talking and you say, please tell me the weather in New York, actually I mean just tell me the weather in California, and then let it do its thing. And you can see if I click enter right there, it's gonna begin, and you notice it's shown me the weather in California, to be specific, Sacramento, California. Even though I mixed up words, it's able to detect that. And it's not just for the weather. Among other prompts, Siri is able to detect that natural language, and if you stumble on your words, it will be able to try and make out what you mean or what you are requesting. The natural language search doesn't actually end there. If you open up the App Store and you are searching for specific things, such as you can search for things such as an app to help me edit videos, or an app that helps me share my photos on social media, and it will be able to show you the best results according to your search. And at the same time, the natural language search also carries over into the Apple Photos application. So depending on what you search and how many photos and what you have, it will be able to give you recommendations. Once you search, you can search for color specific things such as a red car with brown rims or something along those lines, and it will be able to give you top results, or pictures of me when I was wearing a blue suit. And depending on what you have, it's going to be able to give you the best results based on that. When you open up the Apple TV app for the first time, you're going to see a new splash screen, and the Apple TV app has been updated by adding natural language search as well. You can search by genre, you can search by moods, actors, deserts, or depending on what you want to find, it's going to be able to try and give you the best results. And also the same updates have also been implemented in the Apple Music application. It now supports some sort of natural language search, and at the same time you can search by genre, moods, actors, decades, and so on. When you open the podcast application, you're going to see a new pop-up screen that tells you what's new, and you can add favorite categories, select your interests, and get relevant shows suggestions by adding favorite categories. And you can see categories in your library by navigating through your shows and episodes in a new way, which is enabled by this category section. And at the same time, the podcast has been improved by improved personalization search. Apple Intelligence also has improvements when it comes to macOS 15.1 by means of writing tools. This icon that you see right here has been unified according to what we have on the Apple Intelligence website when Apple talked about this. And if you want to create an image, you can actually do that. So if you want to compose something as well, you can do that. So I can compose right here and say something along the lines of create an image of a red car on a rainy day, and then I'll click enter, and you can see Apple Intelligence is taking effect right here. It's going through, you know, the window that I have selected right there, and you can see create a nighttime version of this image. You can see what it's created right here, and it's giving me other suggestions that I can do. So not only can you use the compose feature that has been added by means of the Siri and ChatGPT integration to create pictures, you can also use it to write something or brainstorm ideas from scratch, and it will be able to create some things like this that you are seeing right here. If you are a person that uses voice memos like this is the voice memo section right here, and you want to be able to get an improved summary which was not there before, and where if macOS was making errors for you, then I'll be happy to let you know that that has been improved. And right here you can see, if I pause this recording and then click done, you can see the summary is now faster. You get the summary right there, and you notice the preview has been summarized that says voice memo section with improved summary. It's more specific and direct to the point, which I like. If you have the AirPods Pro 2, I'll be happy to let you know that once you connect to them and then you go to the hearing health section. Now I'm in Canada where this is not supported, but you can see the hearing loss test is now available in more regions, and you can see the more regions that have been added are 9, and those additional countries include Cyprus, Italy, France, Romania, Spain, the United Kingdom, United Arab Emirates, and so on. And this expands the hearing test feature that you can use if you have the AirPods Pro 2. You can go into your Bluetooth settings, select your AirPods, and then go to hearing health, and you'll be able to see hearing a loss test, and it will be able to give you a test and suggestions if it detects something. When you open up the Apple Stock application, some people have reported a new pop-up screen, but I did not get that. But it will now show you pre-market condition for selected stocks and for the Nasdaq, among others, and that includes the New York Stock Exchange, that you can be able to track and verify ticker symbols pre-market, which is something that's good. Unlike its iOS companion, this update actually removed the categories that we were seeing in the code from the previous update, and now when you update to the release candidate version of this version that's probably going to be coming out to the public, the categories have no longer been implemented in the background. So maybe it might be something that we see with the next macOS 15.3 update. Another update that has been implemented has to do with the Find My application that now allows you to share item location of your different tags that you might have, including AirTags. So if you put an AirTag in a lost state and you figure out that it's lost in a different country or region, or at a place where you can't reach it and you need assistance from someone else, or from airline authorities, or from the police, or whatever, you have the ability to be able to share a lost AirTags location and items location in the Find My application finally. And you can also do this on the Mac. For Apple News Plus, the puzzles have Sudoku in 3 different difficulties, and now you can be able to choose the difficulty level that works for you. In the Photos tab, they've now added the Favorites tab, but if you don't see it and you don't have a favorited picture or a series of selections, once you add or select a favorite image, you can see the favorites now appear, and if you unselect it or you don't have any favorite, you can see the album won't show up. So that's something that's cool. And also in the photos, there is recently saved, recently deleted, recently saved as well, and depending on what you've shared, you also be able to see recently shared albums as well. In Safari, they've added new background images to customize your Safari start page, and you can see when you click on the edit tab right there and you go to the background images, you can disable this or you can enable this, and then you can see some of the new selections that they've added. If you are clicking on an image for the first time, it's going to need to download and there is a little bit of a delay, but yeah, this is one, I believe, one of the new images that have been added. And then of course we have the existing one, but for now I think this, among the newly added ones, this is one of the best. In Safari, HTTPS upgrade tries to use secure HTTPS on all websites, and they've also added simplified imported exports for history, bookmarks, and passwords that you might have in your account or profile. When you want to access presenter preview or use AirDrop, they've now improved that by adding this window that pops up that allows you to select what portion of the screen, window, or app or extended display you want to share. If you want to share the entire screen to an external monitor or AirPlay to a certain device, you can choose the entire screen. You can choose the window or app that you'll be in, or if you just want to use the display as an extended one, then you can choose that, and then the option that you are going to choose is going to be highlighted here in blue, and you can select it. If you want to select it as your default, you also have the option to be able to do that, and this will go a long way in adding privacy when you are screen mirroring or sharing. In terms of when this update will be released officially, a lot of sources are pointing to Monday, December 9th as the potential release date. So in about 4 days, we should be able to see this update, and then you can check out most of these new features and changes that I've highlighted. This is just the majority of the new features, it's not all, and when this update comes out, I'll be able to cover and show you all the new features that this macOS 15.2 has to offer. So definitely do hit like and subscribe so that you stay up to date.